carrying costs have always been an important consideration when figuring out what you can afford to buy. They are their monthly payments apartment owners make for the upkeep of their buildings as well as the taxes. I'm Dana Sapir with Compass Manhattan, and today I want to talk about the carrying costs. What are they, what's reasonable, and how you can find an apartment with lower monthlies. So the purpose of the carrying cost is to make sure that the building is in good financial health. This is to cover the building expenses with the funds coming in, but also has enough funds in reserve for emergencies like broken boiler or leaking roof. Understanding what the carrying costs pay for is helpful in evaluating whether it's reasonable or how they might increase over time. In a co-op, these payments are what's called the maintenance fee, and they cover the building expenses such as the mortgage, the property tax, and the salaries of the employees. In a condo, this monthly is split into two bills. One is the common charges, which is the same like in a co-op that for the fees of the upkeep of the building, and the second bill is the taxes. So what's reasonable monthly carrying cost? The average carrying cost for a co-op is around $2.2 per square foot. So say you have a unit of about 1,500 square foot, the maintenance should really be around $3,000 per month. Condos are higher, and the current median for a condo, the monthly, is around $3 per square foot. So same 1,500 square foot apartment will have about $4,500 in carrying costs. Your carrying cost will vary with the quality of the building you're buying, the amenities, and the neighborhood. So it's important to remember that the monthlies also reflect the building financial strategy. So if the apartment has high monthlies, but the building doesn't have a lot of amenities or lots of services or doesn't have enough reserve funds or there are regular assessments, then you want to check closely the building financials with your attorney. Now, how do you calculate increases in carrying costs? You can find out how often the maintenance has increased over the past years, sometimes even a decade, and by what amount. Some buildings increase by 1 to 2% every year, others increase every couple of years by 3 to 4%. More than this is really considered high, but if the building went through a major upgrade or added amenities that affect the resale value, then this might still be reasonable. Higher than average monthlies will affect the attractiveness of the unit. So as a buyer, you really want to start with the reasonable monthlies because those always go up. And when you ultimately want to sell one day in 5-10 years, you want the price to appreciate and not to go down because of the high monthlies. So how do you find apartments with lower monthlies? To reduce the monthlies, the most obvious route is to find a building with less amenities or services. You will also find that monthlies goes up when you're a higher floor, so lower floor apartments are a good place to look for lower monthlies. Building size also play a part in the cost of the monthlies. Smaller buildings with fewer residents will typically have a higher monthlies cost because there are fewer residents to share the financial burden. What can balance this out is that the smaller buildings will typically have fewer amenities. Another thing to look at is the retail space at the ground floor. So if the building owns several retail spaces and the rent from it the building receives, then it could help keeping the monthlies low. Overall, either a small or large building with little or many amenities, the monthlies depends on how well the board manage the building financials. So now that you know everything there is about the monthly carrying costs, I hope you feel more confident in the home you choose. And remember that the best advice when you're buying a home is to find one that suits your needs under ordinary circumstances. Any additional discount is valuable perk and could be a great surprise. Want more real estate tips and tricks? Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram.